Few names echo through history with the chilling resonance of Vlad III, better known as Vlad the Impaler. His name alone conjures images of a ruthless ruler whose methods were as brutal as they were effective. Born in 1431 in Transylvania, a region steeped in myth and legend, Vlad III was a prince forged in the crucible of medieval warfare and political intrigue. The era was one of constant conflict, where alliances shifted as quickly as the tides. His father, Vlad II, joined the Order of the Dragon to defend Christendom against the Ottoman Turks, a formidable foe that threatened the stability of Europe. This decision entangled his family in the complex web of European politics, where loyalty was a rare commodity and betrayal was commonplace. Vlad inherited his father's cunning and a legacy of violence. He was a product of his time, molded by the harsh realities of medieval life. Captured by the Ottomans as a political hostage at a young age, Vlad witnessed their ruthless tactics firsthand, hardening his mind and shaping his future strategies. Upon his release, he returned to Wallachia, a land rife with internal strife and external threats, consumed by a thirst for revenge and a desire to reclaim his rightful throne. Vlad's reign was marked by unparalleled brutality and bloodshed. His methods were not just acts of cruelty, but calculated moves to instill fear and maintain control. His preferred method of execution, impalement, became his grim calling card. It was a slow, agonizing death that served as a stark warning to his enemies. Victims met a slow and agonizing death, their suffering a testament to Vlad's ruthless efficiency. This instilled fear in his enemies and subjects alike, ensuring that rebellion was a rare occurrence. Vlad's cruelty was a calculated strategy to maintain order in a land torn by strife. He understood that in a world of chaos, fear was a powerful tool. Through fear and intimidation, he aimed to secure his throne and protect his people from the encroaching Ottoman Empire, a constant and looming threat. His deeds whispered like ghost stories across the ages, tales of his brutality passed down through generations. But who was the man behind the legend? Was he a monster or a ruler doing what he believed necessary to protect his realm? Vlad's story offers a glimpse into a world of power struggles, betrayals, and unimaginable violence. It is a tale that forces us to confront the darker aspects of human nature. His name remains synonymous with terror, a chilling reminder of the lengths to which one man would go to secure his legacy and protect his people. Born in 1431 in the ancient town of Sigisewara, nestled in the heart of Transylvania, Vlad III's childhood was steeped in violence and political intrigue. From a young age, he was exposed to the brutal realities of medieval life. His father, Vlad II, ruled Wallachia, a principality fraught with treacherous political waters and constant threats from neighboring powers. As a member of the prestigious Order of the Dragon, Vlad II instilled in his son a deep sense of duty and an unwavering commitment to protect their homeland from external threats. The Order's influence extended beyond just his name, shaping Vlad III's worldview and his understanding of leadership and loyalty. In 1442, at the tender age of 11, Vlad and his younger brother Radu were sent to the Ottoman court as political hostages, a common practice to ensure their father's loyalty. This period of captivity proved to be formative for young Vlad, exposing him to a world vastly different from his own. He witnessed firsthand the opulence and ruthlessness of the Ottoman Empire, gaining valuable insights into their culture, politics, and military strategies. His time as a hostage instilled in him a deep distrust of the Ottomans and a burning desire to break free from their control. The years spent in captivity hardened his resolve and nurtured a capacity for cruelty as he learned to navigate the treacherous waters of Ottoman politics. The Ottomans attempted to mold him into a puppet ruler, someone they could control, but Vlad proved defiant and unyielding. He absorbed knowledge of Ottoman customs and military tactics, all the while plotting his return to power and the liberation of his homeland. These formative years forged within him a steely determination to resist Ottoman domination and reclaim his rightful place as ruler. Vlad was determined to reclaim his birthright as ruler of Wallachia, driven by a fierce sense of justice and a desire to restore his family's honor. His journey was fraught with challenges, but his resolve never wavered. Vlad's return to Wallachia in 1448 marked the beginning of a reign as terrifying as it was short-lived. His initial attempt to seize power was fraught with challenges and opposition. He seized the throne only to be deposed months later by rivals backed by Hungary. This early defeat did not deter him. Instead, it ignited a fierce determination within him. This setback fueled his ambition and hardened his resolve. Vlad spent the next years meticulously planning his return, gathering support, and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. By 1456, he had regained the throne, determined to secure his rule. His return was marked by a series of decisive actions aimed at consolidating his power and eliminating his enemies. His methods cemented his place in history as Vlad the Impaler. His reputation for cruelty spread quickly, earning him both fear and notoriety. Vlad's reign was characterized by a ruthless approach to justice and a chilling disregard for human life. He believed that fear was the most effective tool for maintaining control. His preferred method of execution, impalement, became his signature. This gruesome practice involved driving a stake through the victim's body, often leaving them to die slowly. Victims were left to die a slow and agonizing death, instilling fear in his enemies and subjects alike. The sight of impaled bodies served as a stark warning to those who might consider defying him. While some historians argue that his cruelty was exaggerated, there is no doubt that Vlad's reign was one of the bloodiest in Wallachhia's history. His actions left an indelible mark on the region and its people. Vlad saw his brutality as a necessary evil to maintain order. He believed that harsh measures were required to keep his subjects in line and to protect his kingdom from external threats. He targeted corrupt officials, rebellious nobles, and anyone he perceived as a threat. His relentless pursuit of justice, however brutal, was aimed at creating a stable and secure realm. Thousands met their end on his orders, their impaled bodies lining the roads as a grim warning. This macabre display was intended to deter any thoughts of rebellion or dissent. This brutal reputation served a strategic purpose, deterring rebellion and consolidating his power. Vlad's reign, though marked by bloodshed, was also a period of relative stability and order in Wallachia. Centuries after Vlad the Impaler's reign, his legend inspired Irish author Bram Stoker to create one of literature's most enduring monsters, Dracula. Stoker, fascinated by Eastern European folklore, stumbled upon Vlad's tale during his research. Intrigued by Vlad's cruelty, Stoker saw in him the perfect archetype for a creature of darkness. While researching at the British Museum Library, Stoker was captivated by the brutality of Vlad's reign. Stoker recognized in Vlad a figure both historically grounded and shrouded in myth, making him the ideal basis for a terrifying literary creation. Although Stoker drew from Vlad's reputation, Dracula is not a direct retelling of Vlad's life. Stoker blended historical elements with fictional narratives and existing vampire lore. He transformed Vlad the Impaler into Count Dracula, a centuries-old vampire with supernatural powers. By grounding his fictional monster in a historical figure, Stoker added a layer of chilling realism to his novel. This masterful blend of history and horror makes Dracula an enduring and terrifying tale.